based on some instructions I ran across from UC Berkeley, where a lab group was describing all the problems they were having with their measurement setup because of worn cables, worn connectors, and so on. And looking at that, I thought, wow, we've got really inexpensive USB cameras. This one here is from Amazon. It's about $20. It's probably less than 10 if you buy it in bulk. And if you compare the cost of engineering time and the cost of cables, I think it's really, makes sense to possibly set something up where customers could review their cables at their sites and do some inspection and then order them if appropriate. This is it's actual instructions from UC Berkeley. You can see here we've got a bunch of metal occlusions that were causing distress with the group. And this, we're going to show a little demo here of a computer vision program that will actually look at one of these connector surfaces and identify these metal occlusions, and then grade your connector, your probe surface here, and then let you know when you should be replacing it. Set some expectations. This is just a demo. It's worked on 3 examples of N-type connectors, single lighting camera operator, some other things we put in the demo. If we were doing this as a product, I certainly do recognize that there are additional things that would be necessary, especially to set appropriate customer expectations, define validation requirements, and so on. And then, of course, anytime we talk about something with money and computer programs, we want to have some monitoring there and at least an initial human visual check to make sure customers really do need to replace their probes. So let's take a look at the actual program now. So this is the probe inspection demo running in Visual Studio. So we'll start it up here. And this is a USB microscope aimed at an N-type connector. You can see this connector is pretty good shape, so we'll go ahead and stop that and we'll automatically evaluate it. And it doesn't find any metallic inclusions here, so it goes ahead and passes it as a good one. Now we'll go on to the next one here. So this has a couple issues here. You can see those here, so we'll go ahead and stop. And then it's saying, oh, it's not that great. You might have some issues going on here. But we'll go ahead and try the next one here. So this is one that has quite a few problems. We'll go ahead and stop. And it is evaluated as poor. You can see it's created a bounding box to define the edge of the connector here, and then it's identified the inner connector, and then it's gone ahead and evaluated these areas here where there are metal occlusions. And in this case, we want to go ahead and click to order new probes, and it would take us to the Tektronix site, and we would be guided to an appropriate replacement for our damaged probe here.